How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews back to get another review. And a little bit of milk stout action today in the form of Southern Tier's 2 times double milk stout. Never had this before. Very picky about my milk stouts. Never had this before. Hopefully it's a good one. We're going to find out because we're going to drink it. But anyway, did a couple Southern Tier beers before review-wise. Did their pumpkin. Did their Warlock. Did their... What else did I do from them? Goat Boy, which is their Weizenbach. Love that one. Big fan of that one. I think there might be another one or maybe 2 thrown in there. But anyway, it was about the 4th or 5th one I ever reviewed. The Weizenbach from Southern Tier is probably the best offering I've ever had from them. So hopefully this is just as good or better. But as far as what it says on the bottle, it says double milk stout contains lactose sugars. 2 times stout, Southern Tier Brewing Company. Brewed with 2 varieties of hops and 3 types of malts. Southern Tier Brewing Company, Lakewood, New York. Let's see, government warning stuff. 7.5% alcohol, I think it says. It's kind of rubbed off there. And that's pretty much it. So yeah. Label-wise, it's cool. I dig it. Their art department's pretty on point at Southern Tier. I really dig their bombers because they're screen printed. Something about them are cool, but they're a little bit off. But the whole art direction itself is pretty well thought out and cool. And they got a nice little cap here. If you can't see, it's got like, well, there's labeling on it from the dumb Mix of Six place I grabbed it at, but it's got little brewer's paddles, brewer tool up there. So yeah. There you go. Label's alright. Keep the beer's alright. Okay. Let's see what this sucker has to offer. Okay. Give that a kind of gentle pour, but we'll see what happens. Nothing in the bottle. Finger worth of head. Beige head. Decently creamy top. Coloration-wise, this darkest rich mahogany you can imagine. You can barely see through it. I had to hold it up to a really bright light in order to even get any color out of it. Very, very dark. So it looks like a double milk stout. Let's see what she smells like. You can definitely smell lactose in there. And you can definitely smell some roasted malts. A nice candied sugar. Maybe actually even a touch of coffee, bordering more on regular stout than an actual. It's like flirting with being an imperial stout as opposed to being like a regular milk stout. But yeah, it smells really good actually. It's a nice combination of those sugars, the sweetness, and that lactose. It's just kind of good, kind of excited, and dive right in. Cheers. Ooh. Got a hot bite there I didn't expect. It's kind of weird. Wow. Has a decent hot bite to it. It kind of just throws me off because my milk stouts, I just want to have this kind of like really gentle experience that you usually get with your milk stout because of the nice softness to it, because of, you know, lactose and whatnot. But it's that there's a combination of roasted malt, elevated roasted malt, and hot bite that's kind of just throwing me off on this one. Man, it's weird because it's awesome when it hits my mouth. Halfway through, it's like, okay, this is really nice. It's building, and all of a sudden, I get kind of like almost a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a bitterness from like a coffee bitterness, and then that hot bite is right there, and it's just like boom, boom, and it kind of ruins the whole thing for me. Not as offensive probably as I'm making it out to be, but it's really kind of jarring because it starts off really nice, gets to the middle, and you're like, okay, this is pretty good stuff, and then boom, kind of just falls off the plateau there. So close to being a nice milk stout. It's almost like they doubled up on the roasted malts and the hops to the point where they kind of just drown out all the better stuff of the beer. So yeah, it's just a weird one. That's all I can focus on. I can't even focus on the beginning and the middle. It's the end that kind of just makes it go sideways. Rating wise, I'd have to give it like an 80. I mean, it's not a bad beer. I think if you let it sit for a while, let's see. Date of birth, December 2nd, 2014. Excuse me. December 2nd, 2014. This is the middle of January 2015. Just a hair over a month old. It's 7.5%, so it'll keep for a minute. I'm going to go find another one of these bottles. And I'm going to let it sit until probably middle of the summer and give it a whirl. And I think it might be a little bit different of a beer. But yeah, I don't think it's going to change it to the point where it makes it amazing, but I think it'll be a better beer than 80. But yeah, it's a shame. It started off so well, and it kind of just kept that going, and it finished there with that kind of bitterness and then that hot bite. Just no good. Every time. It's kind of weird. Anyway, 80 overall. Value and availability. Value, I would give it a 6 because it's decently priced beer, but at the same time it's an 80 beer, so I can't give it a huge value. Availability, northeastern Pennsylvania, that's where I live. Southern tier, very close. So typically almost all their offerings are pretty readily available where I live. So on an availability scale, I'll give it like an 8. There you go. If you're into milk stouts or even kind of like regular stouts, or you like imperial stouts but you wish they were a little bit less, not as robust, and you want a kind of hot bite finish to it, it could be something you'd be into. But other than that, the only way I'd kind of recommend it would be to just be trying something new. I should give a lower score, but I'm giving it an 80, so there you go. I kind of bundle all my scores, and I'm just coming in between like 75 and 95. I know, it's kind of weird, but it's what I do, so there you go. Anyway, another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or didn't, or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you'd like, check us out anywhere else on the internet, you can. Facebook, Twitter, Untapped, Instagram. All 4 of those places, massive beers in all 4 of those places. So yeah, another review in the book. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a really nice beer. Well, beer better than this one right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.